Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Here's week 6, and we're in the Southwest Mountains, New Mexico and Texas.
We're still at Oliver Lee State Park. They have a beautiful Chihuahua desert garden there, and we're looking over the Chihuahuan Desert.
Which is just, the scale again is just so mind-blowing.
These are mortar holes that Indian women used to grind their corn and whatever grains in.
Yeah, that's our campsite from a higher view, and then we took him to another dog park where
Isn't that a nice sign for the dog park?
But all we found was this gentle tumbleweed.
Aww.
But as you know, we've had problems with tumbleweeds before, so caution.
Ruh-roh.
This poor guy is stuck in our truck. This is sad.
I don't even remember hitting that one.
No, sorry, guy.
Oh well.
At any rate, we had to go back to McGinn's. It's a big pistachio farm. Because that's one giant nut. And there's where the nuts come from.
Those are pistachio trees. Who knew?
Yeah.
A little bigger than an apple tree.
So this is a kindred trailer. This is an Avalair, which is started by people from Avion, and they kind of competed with Airstream for a while.
Okay, then our Airstream friend of ours, Bennett, recommended that we go to this petroglyph site, and oh my gosh.
Oh my god, just look at these. We're not going to describe every one, and there's like, what, 20,000 of these?
Yes, and these are thousands and thousands of years old.
Yeah, these are just some that we found. Look at them.
High up in the desert.
So amazing. That almost looks like a peace sign.
Yeah. The
turtle, yeah.
That's one of the most popular ones.
It looks like Stewie. But yeah, it was stunningly. Look at that. It's almost like an Aztec. That's a conference room. There were lots of, we're in New Mexico, so a lot of Breaking Bad reminders. I can't believe someone did this. Actually, I can. Mesa Verde, for those of you who watch Better Call Saul. And you'll remember early on in Breaking Bad the vat of acid. But okay, those are just some reminders. Let's get back to our show. So, White Sands.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
It's so beautiful.
We didn't get to sled there because the first day that we could have gone, it was super duper windy. It was so windy that we didn't go. We could see a dust cloud where the White Sands were. And then the next day when we did go, it was raining on and off.
But it was still windy. Look at his ears.
I know.
Poor guy.
It's so great though.
Oh my gosh. This whole place used to be an ocean. And we're walking around and driving around on what would have been under quite a bit of water.
We didn't see any scorpions or tarantulas or rattlesnakes or critters other than ourselves.
Then we had to pass through border control.
Right. We were going from White Sands to Carlsbad, and we had to dip into Texas a little bit to do it. So we ended it at the border patrol. And now we're approaching the Guadalupe Mountains National Park.
Yeah, we went from New Mexico through Texas back to New Mexico.
Yeah, and then we camped one night in New Mexico and then drove a few miles back to the Guadalupe Mountain State Park.
And again, I can't stress it enough. The national parks are such a gift. Look at this. I've never seen that black rim
tips,
around those cactus, but
this is the remnants of a post office, right?
Yeah. And that's also a part of the post office. You guys are being mailed.
But yeah, very, just barren, desolate country, but it's really beautiful.
And this is almost like a mile or more high. So
yeah, it's very high.
It's the same height as Denver, which was surprising. But again, the scale of these things is so immense, and you just can't believe that this gift is ours.
And this is a spring in the middle of this desert oasis area. And
well, what's interesting is here's like how the animals get to it.
Yeah, we saw a couple different animal paths to the water.
Belly up, kids.
And man, there were so many birds there.
Yeah, no way. It was a great little question. We could not survive there.
So this is the Frijole Ranch. This is just an old settlement there.
Yeah, the white is the house. The red is actually a school.
And they called it Frijole Ranch because they survived on beans, which is frijole.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So now we're at the Caverns, and that's at the visitor center. And I just turned around and took that picture because, God, what a view.
And I went in by myself. I was the only one on the elevator going down 750 feet in 1 minute. And when I walked around, it's like a 1.25 mile loop once you're down in the big room, as they call it. And I hardly ever saw another human being when I was down there. And there were places where it was pretty dark. I was glad I had my flashlight with me. But it's just spectacular. The ceilings are so high. It's like a big, whatchamacallit? Cathedral. Yeah, it's just really beautiful. And this was all discovered by like a 16-year-old kid. Oh, I just can't believe someone ever wanted to go in there to begin with, but it really is beautiful.
I love how you saw a lot of the like top touching the bottom.
Yeah, like that. I love when the stalactites grow into the stalagmites. And he gave names to all these different formations. Oh, and this is whenever we pass a sign like that on the road, one of us says, historical marker.
Yeah, and by this particular marker, there were these.
This is right by our camp.
No, that's a little baby who was enamored with Ollie and even moved when he walked away.
They touched noses.
So cute.
Yeah, he was running after Ollie as we walked
away. This one didn't enjoy our presence.
Their horns are so gigantic.
They're massive.
That's just a mural here at our camp.
Lots of murals around here. Lots of Bigfoot. But look at the coif on this guy. This is sweet.
And we had to do some simple home repairs.
Always doing simple home repairs.
Replacing some screws and rivets.
I MacGyvered a ratchet screwdriver there because it didn't fit.
And then we had a pizza night, made some pizzas.
Love the pizzas.
I had to try a different kind of crust mix that I found in the store.
It worked.
It was okay.
This was this morning. I love the shadows. These are like 100 feet long going into the mountains.
Yeah, and then this morning while we were having breakfast, I saw these things moving off in the distance.
She went out to take a picture. There were javelinas that chased her. I took this picture from inside the safety of the trailer.
They turned toward me and I had to run. And then a little while later, we saw these bighorn sheep right up behind us on the ridge.
So that was a great week, guys. Thank you so much for joining. We will see you next week. Thank you.